What's up, everybody? And this is Managan Ministries, where we are developing a mindset to seek and understand God's perspective so that we can manage, maneuver, and navigate a human existence. I'm Reverend Stephen White,
I'm Daneisha.
and this is the Gospel Edition. Uh, we are going to talk about being a married couple, uh, especially during these times. We everybody is stuck at home with each other, but one thing that is really missing in marriages is intimacy. Now, I'm not talking about sex. I'm talking about intimacy. So I'm gonna let uh, my baby explain what intimacy means to her.
Okay. So, you know, usually when especially men, when they think about intimacy, the first thing that comes to mind is
Sex.
sex. But intimacy is not about just about sex. It's actually about connecting on a deeper level with your spouse. And for me, one of the things that makes me feel close to this man right here is because is because he would always communicate and talk to me about the things that he might have felt vulnerable about. He would talk to me about you know his his dreams, his goals, even his fears. And for me, that made me feel close to him. I didn't have to walk around guessing what he's thinking, how he's feeling. That made me feel close to him because he was always willing to open up and share, you know, how he was feeling. I didn't have to probe, I didn't have to, try to pull it out of him. Actually, when we first got married, it was the opposite. I was very, closed off. I didn't really know, because some of the things I went through, as a child, I really wasn't opening up. So we would go on these long walks, and he would, he had a car. So sometimes he would be like, well, let's just walk to the store. And I'm like, we got a car. Why you want to walk to the store? But he would set me up so that I could open up. And so by him doing that, it taught me how to be open and be vulnerable. But he would always do that with me, even now. And, I think men believe that a woman, she always wants to see you being strong, or you got to have it all together. But let me tell you, it's something about when your spouse, when your husband, when your man it can open up and tell you those things. You feel close to them to the point where you want to be with them physically. That's the icing on the cake. But because
Fellas,
he's a living witness,
yes.
amen.
Hallelujah.
When you open up and you're vulnerable and you give yourself your thoughts, your fears, your emotions, even your dreams and your goals and what you want to God to do in your life. Your woman, she feels close to you, and she feel like she knows you, and she wants to give herself to you. So that's intimacy to me.
Okay. Now, for me, I've always been able to express myself because I'm my mama. I can talk to my mama about anything, and I learned how to express what I was feeling by talking to my mama, because she would pull those emotions out of me and direct me in the right way emotionally. So I became a very emotional boy in early age. You know, it kind of uh, didn't, well, it kind of, okay, intimacy kind of got lost in translation because I'm a dude, and dudes don't think of intimacy and the way they think about sex. But the thing is, I'm an intimacy with a girl or a woman uh, to feel that void in me. And I'm having sex with a lot of women, but never can find uh, that intimacy.
Yeah, we got to clarify for the people. This is pre
But yeah, yeah,
Danisha,
yeah. Before
before I
Daneisha,
came into
yeah,
his life.
yeah,
Amen. We
yeah,
want to
yeah,
clarify that.
yeah. When I was 20, I dedicated myself to Christ. I became uh, uh, I'm a fictive version. And until I met Daneisha, I had no sex with anybody.
And how long were you on that road to, you know, being abstinent?
7 years. In 7 years, I met her. And when I met her, I know what I've just been looking for. Someone who honors God, someone whose uh, passion is for God. And she was everything that I wanted. But we waited until the time where we were ready to come together. But fairness, I'm saying this. When you connect to your wife emotionally, you don't have to worry about can I get some? Because when you go home, this happens to me a lot. Okay,
Okay, you gonna testify for sure.
yeah. I come upstairs, the lights off, candle, the candle is lit, some nice music is playing, and mm, but that's because I can connect to her emotionally. Um, meaning I know I'm weird because a lot of you families are going to say nasty, but I like to talk. So I'm aiming to express myself to her about anything, and that makes a relationship so much better. So we need to communicate on initiation, and we need to communicate on something that we have to talk about. Or I'm hurt in a certain way. I know I'm a tell her. See, most men don't do that. If the woman hurt them or disrespect, that's the biggest thing ever. If a wife disrespects her husband, but instead of closing down and just be, ball up inside of you, I talk. I said, baby, this is this. You shouldn't have done this because I feel so disrespected. It's not, okay, guys, you think if you really say that to your woman, man, she may think a pork or something. What does he say?
It brings you closer. You got to get that understanding. So you got to, so you feel closer when you actually let your wife know this is what's going on with me.
And because we have that type of a relationship, when I make an initiation, says, okay, baby. I says, baby, what do you think we should do about this? She had respect for me because she knows I'm willing to talk to her. And I'm willing to say when I'm wrong.
Yeah, that was a
That's a big
huge
that's a
thing.
big
That was
one.
a huge thing.
Yeah, because if you want, you gotta mind up. You gotta mind up and say, baby, I'm wrong. And if it's time for me, look, sometimes I'm telling on the baby. Sometimes she come home from work and say, "Hey, baby, how they doing?" She I said, "Oh Lord, here we come." And she put us that baby, we need to talk. Man, I knew I was in for something because I mean she says that I did something wrong. And sometimes we say she may say, "Well, I did wrong." Man, that's stupid. But I didn't say that's stupid to her. And I said, "Okay, I'm gonna try to do my best." I said, "I'm sorry, baby. I will do this." And then when I thought about it, other than me more, I said, "Yeah, yeah, maybe I shouldn't do that." Okay. The Mary is Kevin is that for you, not for me as a man, is for her. I said the covenant for her. It's what I'm going to give to her. Not what I want, but what she wants. That's what memory is give and take. And intimacy to me now is the uh, I can talk to her about anything. Um, uh, I talk about my savings. You know, I talk about my weaknesses.
And
Yeah,
then that's a huge one, you know. And the thing about it, ladies, and this is one thing that God would always impress upon me to do, and that's something that I will continue to do is when your spouse or your husband opens up, you want to make sure you're a safe place, especially if they're expressing their weaknesses. That's something hard for a man to do. That's something for anybody hard for anybody to do.
anybody, yeah,
But especially for a man who's been taught that they gotta, keep this strong persona all the time.
yeah,
So if they're going to be vulnerable enough to share their weaknesses, you want to be a safe place where you don't condemn them. I don't care what it is. You don't make them feel bad.
yeah,
What you want to do is let them know that, you know what, this your issue, but I'ma support you, I'ma love you through it, and I'm your friend at the end of the day. you know I want him to feel like he could talk to me. He don't have to, go to one of his, boys, or he gotta hide stuff from me. No, I'm a safe place. That's what the Bible
yeah,
says, that
yeah.
we are supposed to be a safe place for our husband. So I think that's very important if you want him to keep opening up.
Especially when I got home from rehab, I had to kind of tell her things that was really vulnerable, vulnerable. Um, um, she, I like, I think it was like an year also. She never knew that when she went to work, and then when the boys went to school, I was scared. I stayed up in my bedroom because I was scared. But I told them. It was a little letter though,
Yeah.
but I still told them.
And I would have never known because he never showed it in front of me or the boys. So I
Never.
I would have I had no idea that that's how he was feeling. But you know,
If my dad went down the Rudolph White, made him see me and I just let that out on her because I am the head, I am the leader, and the leader is supposed to lead. Yeah. So I led, even with the stroke, I led my family, but I just had to tell them because I was having a time, tough time when I started to get used to be at home, being a dance. I mean, the passion and fear, and I was thinking I'm gonna die today. So I had to tell them, yeah,
And you know, and I know for a man, that's probably, you probably feel like, well, if I tell my wife, she gonna think I'm weak, and she gonna look down on me. But I was just, I had compassion for him. Then I knew what to pray. When you find out each other's weaknesses, it's not to make you feel bad, or to throw it back in somebody's face when you're in an argument or you don't agree. That's the wrong thing to do. You don't ever want to do that.
yeah,
You want to begin to pray about those things, and I just want him to know, it don't matter what you feeling. I know who you are. I don't look down
yeah,
on you. That's just a human emotion, to be scared, or
yeah.
to be afraid, especially after going through
But I
what you went through with the
yes,
stroke and being alone. Getting
yeah,
manicure without us.
and peeing and pooping on myself, having
TMI, baby. TMI. TMI. But
yeah, ooh, I hated that. Oh my, y'all, that's oh no, I hated it. I couldn't do nothing about it. Yeah, so I had to deal with those feelings. So intimacy, intimacy between us is having connected to each other. That's intimacy. I'm being patient about things your perspective. You have to change your perspective about God. Get intimate with Him. Show Him your highlights. Show Him your weaknesses. Show Him your troubles. Be honest. Now, we do that with each other. Now, when we come together.
amen. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. That's all we can say. But that when you are when you, when you are close with one another, when you know that's what really does make the physical intimacy
Yeah.
spectacular. Because when you know each other's weaknesses, when you know each other's strengths, when you know that you've been there for that person,
Yeah.
you know, you know, you it's those walls are down. So you're
Yeah.
able to really connect with that person on a deeper level,
Yeah.
than
Yeah.
when you hold things in, and
Yeah.
you presenting the person that you want your spouse to think you are. But
Yeah.
when you're real and you're vulnerable, it makes the physical intimacy.
Even greater.
Yeah.
Even greater. Yeah. So I think that's it,
I
right?
think that's about it for, because I don't want you to say too much. He get a little too excited
I
about
mean,
this. So I think we need to.
I mean, when you talking about intimacy, I gotta I'd like to say about that because this girl right here. Look,
See, I done told you.
look. Every time I get ready to say something,
Yeah, we gonna bless the people. We gonna we gonna let y'all go, but we just hope that you got something from what we shared, and just especially during this time we quarantined together. We
yeah,
spending a lot more time together, so this is a perfect opportunity, just to connect deeper with your spouse.
yeah, yeah.
So
So this is longer than we plans, but
yeah, it's all right,
it's
but
what it is what it
yeah,
is.
this
Yeah,
is one of our favorite subjects.
yeah, and we will have more,
Yeah.
because we want to big into couples uh, to share with each other and to communicate the persons are communicating, and also what a mind needs and what a woman needs. Yeah.
Yes,
So
yes.
maybe that's what we will talk about the last time.
Okay, okay. All
Yeah.
right. Okay, well, blessings to you all. If you like, were blessed by anything that you heard, or you think somebody else could be blessed by anything that we share, share the video. Also, like and subscribe to our channel. And to find out more information about the ministry, you can go to manofgodllc.com. So we we love you, and we pray that this was encouraging to you and you enjoyed what we shared.
And push that little bell on the subscribe button, and you will get the latest videos, our latest videos. Okay.
All
So
right. Good night. Good night. Goodbye, everybody.
bye bye.